Hello, it's Monday. I'm gonna try to vlog today. We'll see what happens. This is cream cheese all over my shirt because I decided to wear it black and then gave my toddler a bagel. Hi, thank you, it's trash. Yeah, anyway, I feel like I have a lot to share and update on, which I'll have to do later because someone wants attention. But yeah. The cream cheese culprit. Huh, did you get cream cheese all over Mom?
Move.
Move? Do you want up? Okay.
Hi.
Hi. It's been like, what, 6 months since I last posted, so this is Mia. Hi. She was just a little tiny baby, huh?
Yeah.
And now she's gonna be 2 in like, what, 3 or 4 months? She's talking a lot, making lots of progress, which I'll share later. Yeah. You see yourself? Cutie.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on? You just want to see yourself? Yeah, that's what I thought. You're a big old ham, aren't you? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, peekaboo. Peekaboo. Oh, okay. Riley,
Why?
wake up.
It's there.
Good job. You trying to wake up sister?
Yeah.
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 Oh my goodness, you're making a mess.
Hi.
So I realized nap is almost over and I didn't talk about what I wanted to talk about. This vlog is pretty much just gonna be me talking, I feel like. We had a pretty relaxing morning since it's Monday. I can't decide if I want Mondays to be like our low-key weekday or if I want Fridays to be. So we did nothing this morning. The girls played. We had Blippi on in the background. That's the first time I've seen Blippi, but they both liked it. But they kind of went back and forth. Like, they'd watch for a little bit, they'd play with stuff for a little bit. They're playing together, which was really cute. But it took like an hour to wake up Riley. Not an hour, but it took a while to wake her up. Like, she didn't want to wake up, and then we played in her room for a little bit before she finally like asked to go to the living room. I usually let them like watch a show for a little bit in the morning. So we like usually leave Riley's room when she's ready for that and she's asking for TV. And then what I do on like our homeschool days, I'll like set a timer, and then when the timer goes off, usually we'll go for like a walk or just do something else and turn off the TV. But one day a week we're gonna have a day where I don't really care about screen time. Yeah, anyway, so I think I posted in January that I wanted to post like once a week, and obviously that did not happen. I feel like the first half of this year was just really crazy. If you've never seen one of my videos before, I have 2 special needs kids, a 3-year-old who has autism, and then a, oh, how old is she now? She's 20 months, so I have an almost 2-year-old with a neural tube defect, similar to spina bifida. So her feet and her legs are, the best way to put it is that her lower extremities are weakened, and her ankle and her feet, at this point in time, we don't think that she has any sensation or movement in her ankles or feet. So between the 2, we were doing, in the course of the last year, we've had ABA, physical therapy, OT, speech therapy, just like a ton of stuff. And then my almost 2-year-old, she has a lot of like medical appointments too, just in relation to her legs and her hips. So it's just been really crazy. And then my 3-year-old Riley, we tried sending her to preschool, but it was just a lot with all of Mia's medical stuff. I don't know, it was really overwhelming and overstimulating for me. I'm on like my own journey to figure out if I have autism. I have had 2 therapists tell me yes, but technically they're not qualified for an official diagnosis, so I don't have an official diagnosis, but like I most likely am also autistic, so it makes it difficult to do things. Like I just have a harder time. It's hard to explain how it affects me because I feel like I handle things fairly well. I have my whole life. It's under the current amount of stress and stuff that I've noticed like my autism symptoms worsening. But I have a hard time when things are really chaotic, and when we have a lot going on, which is obviously all the time with 2 special needs kids. So I just haven't like vlogged or anything because it's just been a lot of me being burnt out or schedule being crazy. But actually Riley's doing really well, so we pulled her from preschool because it was just too much for me to handle. And like she was missing a lot of school anyway because she kept getting sick. It was like every other week she'd get a really nasty cold and then she'd miss a week of school. The girls both got hand, foot, and mouth. Like they had a bunch of just nasty like respiratory illnesses. And it literally was like every other week. So she was barely at school anyway. But I decided to homeschool her to give me the flexibility that I needed to stay sane. And then she's doing really well. So we actually pulled her from ABA too, which they were fine with. Technically we're just taking like a break, but we'll see at the end of this month break if we decide to put her back in or not. We honestly were having a hard time coming up with goals for her because she was just meeting them so quickly, and she's doing like really well. So yeah, so Riley's gotten like, she basically isn't really doing services right now, and we have the ability to put her back in when we feel like she needs it. But for now she's doing great. In homeschooling last week, it went well. You know, I did a short little circle time. We've been reading books. We've been doing a calendar. Like, we've just been doing little bits and pieces throughout her day. She's in preschool. It's not, like, super intense, but I'm just trying to fit in activities and stuff. I used to teach preschool, so, like, I've got a little, like, prior knowledge on how to do preschool type stuff. So it makes it easy. I just have to take the time to, like, prep and plan. But, like, last week we did a few things, and it was good. So I think as the summer goes on, we'll get into a better routine. Yeah, but that's all that's going on with her. And then Mia, I don't know what the last update I gave on her was, but she's still not walking. We've had a lot of trouble with her AFOs. I think we went to get her AFOs in November, and it was just, there was huge delays, and like there's just all this stuff, and we just recently got them. I think we got them in April. No, we just got them in May. They weren't fitting correctly, so we had to reorder them. There was more delays, and like we just didn't pick them up till mid-May. And then we put them on, and I think they're cutting her feet, so I'm not really sure. We basically took a break from using the AFOs to let her foot heal and see, and then so I think she's actually ready to put them back on today. So we'll put them on this afternoon when Nathaniel gets home, observe her feet after, see if we need to go get them fixed. So that's a bummer. But yeah, that's the only real like update. Like she's doing very well, but it's a bummer that we don't have her AFOs sorted because I think she'll do really well with them. We took her to the spina bifida clinic in Oakland a couple weeks ago, and they put in a prescription for a gait trainer, which is like a walker. We have one that's like on loan from our county early intervention, but we have a prescription to get one that's our own, and I'm taking her later this week to get measured for that. So I think between that and the AFO, she'll get moving pretty quickly. We just have to get her used to the AFOs, and hopefully they aren't hurting her skin. But yeah, that's all that's really new with her. The only other thing I think that's happened in the last 6 months is that we found out her right hip is dislocated. Her right side has always been her weaker side, but she got an x-ray and it showed that her hip is dislocated, but we're not checking on it for another few months because right now she's not in any pain. It's not hindering her. the doctor just wants to wait another 6 months so that she didn't cooperate very well with our exam when we took her to the orthopedic surgeon. So we're waiting 6 months, see if she'll cooperate a little bit more so the orthopedic surgeon has a better idea of like where her muscles are at. And then I guess that is a deciding factor on whether or not she'll have hip surgery. So she potentially has another surgery coming up. I don't know. I'm hoping not, and that things are just okay how they are. I'm not sure. But her right leg is shorter than her left leg, so I don't know what happens if she doesn't have surgery. Maybe we just adjust the right shoe so that it's the same height. I don't know. But I'm not super worried about it because she's doing great and she's not in pain. So we'll just see what happens in a few months. But yeah, that's our craziness. Just a lot going on between the two girls in the last few months where I've just been exhausted, but it's calmed down a ton. Mia only has physical therapy twice a month now. And that's pretty much our only service we're currently getting. I go to my own therapy like every other week. I switched to bi-weekly just because we have less going on right now, so it's like, I don't know. Not that I don't need it, but like I'm a little less stressed. So I go bi-weekly for my own stuff, and then I'm looking into getting a full autism assessment. I have to go through like our regional center, which is what Riley's connected to, the early intervention there. So like I think they can do stuff for adults, but I'm not sure. But basically I contacted Kaiser, and Kaiser won't give me an assessment, even though the therapist there was like, oh yeah, you definitely, like, she did an assessment with me, like a screener and stuff, same as my therapist, and was like, oh yeah, you have like mild to moderate symptoms, but we can't do any further testing and like give you an actual diagnosis. It was really stupid. So I don't know, but yeah, we're still living at Nathaniel's parents. We're gonna live here forever. But his work is going really well. So it's the end of the night. I'm back at my desk. I just have some stuff to do. But I didn't end up vlogging the rest of the day. The girls took a good nap, which was great. And then Nathaniel came home and we were just hanging out, just the evening life. We did AFO time with Mia, and I was going to share what her AFOs look like and stuff, but she was pretty upset. She did not like them. We kept them on for about 30 minutes, just so we could check her feet. Her feet did look good after, so I don't think they're cutting her feet. It might have just been the socks she had that day, and maybe that day that it cut her foot. I did it too tight. We'll keep checking and adding more and more time. But we tried to get her to stand with her gait trainer and her AFOs, and she was just not having it. She was not happy. So I didn't record that because she was crying. But she was happy to take them off. So yeah, Nathaniel's giving Riley a bath. She's gonna come say goodnight to me in a couple minutes, so I figured I'd just wrap this video up. Hopefully I can post more soon. Maybe something more interesting than me talking for 10 minutes, but I just wanted to give like a little life update for people who care. Yeah, so I'll see you next time. Bye.